Woo! Man, this was a bad idea. Hello, my name is Amy Prokopis. I am the author of young adult novels like the young adult science fiction, The Arena, and the young adult fantasy romance, Guardians of the Sixth Gate. The second book in that series, Shade of the Shadowlands, is coming out in the spring. Welcome to my channel. So, if you read the title, then you probably already know what this video is all about and covering. Man, it is super noisy out here. This was not a good decision at all to come and try and record this outro out here. So I'm gonna wrap up out here with June, walk in the yard, and we're gonna go inside and I'm gonna explain it all to you. All right, we are inside. Let me grab my coffee and move to a better location. Okay, for the video. Here we go. During the month of January, I am doing a challenge for myself to try and grow my TikTok. I have noticed some different trends and some statistics about my own account. Things like my TikTok videos do better when I am in them. That is a big thing. Even if it's just me popping in with the green screen background at the end, my videos do a ton better when I'm in them. Another thing I've noticed is that some of my highest viewed videos are actually my writing updates, which is interesting. They're not even the fun, kitschy, promoting my book videos. They're just me talking about what I'm working on and how far I am in my work in progress. So I do plan on doing at least a couple of those a week. I feel like doing them daily would be really boring because I don't tend to write daily and I wouldn't have as many updates that are interesting. So I feel like that trend would drop if I started to do that. So I do plan to do maybe 1 or 2, maybe even 3 a week, especially because in January, I start editing Shade of the Shadowlands. So I'll have lots of updates for that. I started trying to promote my book by doing a lot of fun TikToks where I put just graphics up to describe the book, some of that inspo or convincing you to read my book with the aesthetic kind of TikTok that used to be real popular. That does not work for me. And even more so, page flips don't work for me. I might do a couple of those just to test the waters, but those kind of videos don't tend to help me sell my book. What does is funny videos that I'm in or just me on screen, just explaining real quick, bang, 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 here's what this book's about. Those tend to do better for me, so I'm gonna try and do a lot of those. Woo! I almost fell off, oh my gosh. A big strategy is posting more often. When I'm consistent, I try to post 3 times a day, and when I'm able to be consistent and post 3 times a day, I see growth in a week, I do. Anywhere from a couple of followers to 5 in a week. And I noticed over the summer when I went from a couple hundred followers on TikTok to 1,000, I noticed that big time because I was able to be more consistent and post more often. So the biggest catch, the biggest thing I've noticed that has correlated to my growth on TikTok is not the kind of videos I produce, whether I'm in them or not. None of those things I've just talked about, but it really, for me anyway, has been the amount of times I am able to post in a day that correlates the most. So like I said, when I try to post 3 times a day, I'm gonna up that and I'm gonna try and post 5 times a day. I don't know that I'll be able to do that. If I can at least post a minimum of 3 in a day, then that's still really good. I'm being realistic here because I also work full time. But I'm gonna shoot for 5, and if I hit 3, that's great because that's no less than what I tried to do. So I'm gonna try to post 5 times a day. It'll be a variety of videos, but like I said, I'm gonna try to be in them more. I'm gonna try to do more silly things because I enjoy doing those things. They also do better, and it's just a fun, creative space. That's what I love about TikTok is it's kind of hard to get the strategy and to take off. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. And I'm hoping that growing my TikTok and putting a lot of this out is going to help, since I'm in the production phase, I'm in editing phase for Shade of the Shadowlands, and I'm getting ready in the next couple weeks, so it will be January, I'll be releasing the official pub date. So that is something that'll be coming to TikTok also. I'm really excited to start this challenge. Like I said, this video is going up in February. This will be all throughout January. So once January 1 hits, that's when I start trying to post 5 times a day and try to manage and track my TikTok growth. And I'm gonna see which videos perform better. So I'm gonna try to take a look of analytics. And at the end of this video, I will explain it all the best that I can anyway with you. So let's go on the journey together. Let's try to grow my TikTok in a month. Woo! It is New Year's Day, January 1. So I posted my first TikTok like 30-ish minutes ago and immediately got 3 new followers. So I'm feeling pretty good about this challenge so far. I'm also excited for a lot of just the connection. I'm excited to connect with book people online. I also forgot to mention, I'm thinking about, because I'm missing my live streams a bit, I'm thinking about playing with the TikTok's live feature during this challenge also, just to see what happens. I've never used it. I'm really unfamiliar with it. I don't even know if I've joined a live video before on TikTok. I think I have. I've popped into a couple, but usually that's by accident and then I click out. So, but I think I might play with it. Wednesdays are really long days, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, because it's just Finn and I here. So I'm planning to pack that full of like my workouts. I'm gonna try and make that a day that I talk with my sister, because I don't talk with her enough online. And something else I could do is this live. So I'm thinking about going live on Tuesday evenings, maybe just for like, maybe just a 30-minute chunk of time, just to check in, do my writing updates, and maybe do some like productivity things. Maybe we sit together and we get organized for the week. I don't know. But I'm thinking about doing that just to see what happens. But so far, so good. I am pleasantly surprised. Really excited to see how the rest of the day goes now that I've gained 3 followers already from the 1 TikTok. It has been 7 days since we last checked in about TikTok. So let's talk about some of the things that I did during that time, how much I posted, things I've noticed, what my best TikTok has been, and of course, how many followers I have gained. As it stands right now at 1:16 Sunday, January 8th, I have 1,185 followers on TikTok. I will put a screen grab up, a screenshot of that count. That is how many followers I currently have. That means that from the time that I started on January 1st, I have gained 27 followers to TikTok, which is amazing. Some of that growth was really slow, and there were a couple things I noticed that worked super, super well for me and some things that did not. So the first big one, just like I had already said when I was noticing my trends before I started this challenge, so the beginning of this video, the videos or the TikToks that did by far the best, that had, I think are averaging double the number of views and likes, are the videos where I'm just talking at the camera. I call them my writing updates. They're where I talk about the things I've been doing this week, my thoughts. One of those videos wasn't even a writing update. One of them was Friday Thoughts, where I just talked about the things that I wanted to do for the next week. It wasn't anything that I'd accomplished because I hadn't accomplished much at that point, but those videos are doing a whole lot better. And just like I thought, any of the videos where I'm promoting my book or doing fun things, if I am physically, like my face is on the screen, those videos shot up in views and did a lot better versus the videos where I like put together clips or just showed the cover of my book. Those videos had like twice fewer. Does that make sense? They had a whole lot less views than the ones where I am in. So that is something I'm doing moving forward, is I'm gonna try and be in any of those videos I can. Also, more than the promotional things, the videos where I'm just doing something funny, even a little like bookish related, but not so much related to my book, those videos also did a whole lot better. The comedic route seems to do pretty well for me. So I'm gonna continue moving forward with that, just scrolling TikTok, finding things that I thought were fun or funny and recreating them or doing them in my own way, rather than trying to focus so much on promoting my books. The beginning of this week, my view count was really low and I hadn't gained a whole lot of followers and I was getting a little discouraged, but I noticed a lot of my content scrolling through it, it looked a lot like it read a lot like ads, just like I was advertising a lot. So I think I've been doing that way too much. And moving forward, I'm gonna try and alternate. I was watching a Sarah Sutton video, she's another author, and she talked a little bit about her strategy on Instagram. It was just dropped in the middle of a random video, and she said she tries to alternate between like flat lays of her books and pictures of herself. She said selfie flat lay, selfie flat lay. So I'm gonna kind of mimic that and see if that works moving forward with my TikTok. So I will catch up with you guys in another week. By that point, I will already have gone live once on TikTok, so we'll see how that goes for me. I'm hoping that that helps increase some engagement as well. Another important thing to note is how often I've been posting TikToks. So I said when we started that I was shooting for about 5 times a day, and I've been mostly successful. Monday, I had 5 posts. Tuesday, I had 5. Wednesday, 5. Thursday, I had 3. Friday, I had 5. Saturday, I had 3. And today, I have posted 2. And I already have plans to post all 5. So I've posted them, and I've been posting them fairly spread out. I post right when I get up in the morning at about 8-ish is when that, well, no, more like 7:30 is about when that goes up on average. And then again at about 10:30, noon, about 2-ish, 3, and then again at about 5. So that's when I'm typically posting. I do notice that I tend to immediately get more engagement with the 5 o'clock in the evening posts. Those may not have overall more views, but they do get those views quicker. So they're being seen more often. And I looked at my analytics, and my followers are a lot more active in the evenings. So from 4 and all the way through until like 2 in the morning. So that is another thing that I almost forgot to add. So that's been pretty successful with the amount of times I've been posting. Just wanted to give another TikTok video update. So it is the morning after the live stream. So yesterday I told you guys about my 7-day first week wrap up, how I'd had more followers. Last night was my live stream. I also went live on TikTok. So that's the big one for this video. I went live on TikTok for exactly 24 minutes. And it bled into the YouTube live stream. So at one point I was doing them together, and I did that to try and gain TikTok followers to the writing stream on YouTube. And I was kind of successful. I did have a couple at one point. I did have more followers. I did have more people in my live stream on YouTube than normal also, but I had almost 700 people in the TikTok live stream. It was super successful. So I'm planning to do that again, maybe twice a week now, because it was so successful that by the end of yesterday, so after I'd given our writing update and told you guys how many followers I'd gained, I gained 10 more from that live stream alone. And I haven't checked to see if any of that has like contributed to book sales or not, but I am now at almost 1,000. Oh my gosh, 1,200. Oh my gosh. I've almost hit one of my milestones, so I can check that off on my TikTok tracker. I will check in with you guys and give you more of a more digestible update. Just wanted to give another TikTok video update. So it is the morning after it is January 15th, the end of week 2 of the TikTok challenge. Let's talk about some things that I did differently for week 2 than I did for week 1 and what made a really big difference. First, let's talk about my total count. So I am up to 1212 followers on TikTok. Here's that screen grab, which funnily enough means that I gained 27 new followers, which was the exact same amount that I gained in week 1. So I'm up to 54, right? Yes, 54 followers that I have gained through this TikTok challenge. What made the biggest difference and where a lot of those 27 new followers came from is my live last Sunday. So on Sunday, I am doing live streams on my YouTube where I do productivity writing sprints live. And I decided, why not go live on TikTok as I get ready and just talk about 20 minutes before I actually start. And I had a very large number of people tune into that. Just for reference, here's those analytics from that live. And again, I was only live for, I think it was 24 minutes, and it bled over into the YouTube live stream, and then it was just the YouTube live stream. So I gained quite a few followers from that, and I got a lot of exposure because a lot of people were scrolling past my live video as I was talking mostly about my books, but just my thoughts in general on the week and my planning. I still have been featuring myself heavily in my videos. I actually pivoted a little bit. At the end of the last week, I noticed that my TikTok was reading a little bit more like an ad channel. So I'd been promoting my books heavily, but they were things like available on Kindle, and they were just like advertisements, and they weren't as fun, and I wasn't getting a whole lot of engagement with the individual posts. So I pivoted away from that and decided this week I'm going to do a little bit of that, but I'm just going to have fun and really lean into the trends that are happening on Book Talk. I did that, and I still gained the same amount of followers. So there's that. I do know from my sales dashboard where all of my books are hosted through, I know that it didn't contribute to any more sales this week than last week. So there wasn't a huge amount of difference in the two different kinds of posts. I do plan on doing a little bit more of a mix of fun and informational about my books, because I do feel like I'm missing out on promotional activities and opportunities on TikTok. So I am going to pivot back, but not all the way back. Another fun note, I grew on Instagram also this week. I noticed that I had been gaining a couple new followers on Instagram, and I went and I looked, and I have gained, I think 5 or 10 new followers on Instagram. And the only thing that I can think of being different is that my TikToks, I post those same TikTok videos on Reel on my Instagram. So because I'm posting more frequently on TikTok and Instagram's algorithm pushes the Reel feature now, I think that I'm gaining traction on Instagram kind of like retroactively because of my work on TikTok. I did not post as consistently this week, but it doesn't seem to have made a great big difference. I think having that live opportunity kind of filled the void. So for instance, let's talk about it. On Monday, I posted 5 out of 5 TikToks. Tuesday, I posted 4 out of my 5. Wednesday, also 4 out of 5. On Thursday, I only posted once. On Friday, I posted twice. And Saturday, I posted 5 times. And today, I have posted 4 so far, and I have a 5th ready to go. I'm still going to try to shoot for that 5 posts a day. And I'm going to go live more often. My plan for this week was to go live on Wednesday, and that didn't happen. So going into week 3, I'm going to continue what I've been doing because I'm seeing some growth with it. So I'm not going to change that. I am going to try and insert more book related stuff to try and pitch my books more, but I'm also going to try and go live at least one more time in week 3 just to see how much of a difference that makes, because it seems like that might be the key here in like quicker growth. Plus it was just really fun to give my writing update in that sense rather than just my usual TikTok post. So that's what we're going to try for week 3. So stay tuned. We'll get into how that looks here in just a second. Let's talk about the end of week 3 and how the 3 weeks of the TikTok challenge has gone. So the first thing I want to mention, because I mentioned it at the end of week 2, is that posting these TikTok videos and then posting the videos to Reels on Instagram has helped my Instagram account immensely. So for instance, I'll put that here. This Reel that was on TikTok, it was one of the videos I posted on TikTok a week ago. This morning on Instagram, it started to take off, and I haven't counted this afternoon, but this morning when I got the notification that it had 100 likes, it had 900 something, almost 1,000 views. So that has picked up a lot on Instagram, and that is only because I posted it on TikTok and just reposted it to Instagram. Another thing I've noticed is that my view count on TikTok has gone up a lot, and so has the number of people viewing my account. And I think that after reevaluating in week 2 and then deciding in week 3 to swing back a little bit and talk more about my books and doing some of those ad-ish looking TikTok videos, that helped a lot. I did that. I also still kept some of my writing updates in there. I featured my face a little more than maybe when I originally started, but I also interspersed those with some of the trending TikTok videos this week. I definitely went ahead and recorded a bunch of those before I knew like what text to put on the screen or exactly what they were going to be. That way I had them ready to go. And when I thought of something, oh, let's do that, I posted it real quick. And that has paid off a lot. And as far as I think people viewing my account, I think that's where a lot of that went. Of course, the views on those videos were higher just because they were trending, but it looks like a lot of those same people that found them interesting then went and looked at my TikTok profile. So overall, this week I gained 24 new followers on TikTok. I posted about the same. So Monday I posted 4 times. Tuesday I posted all 5. Wednesday I only posted once. Thursday I posted 3 times. On Friday I only posted twice. That was because Thursday and Friday I was traveling and I was out and about enjoying my time, so I took a lot of that time off. Saturday I posted 4 times, and today I have posted 3 times so far, and I have plans to post those last 2 this evening as I also go live on TikTok because it's Sunday. So I've been doing that. That has paid off really well. I'm getting a high view count on those. I'm not gaining a ton of followers specifically from going live on TikTok, but it seems to be paying off in other ways. So I think a lot of the people who are watching my live streams on TikTok before I go live on YouTube, I think some of those people have been moving to my YouTube channel and are subscribing because my YouTube subscribers shot up this last week. And I think that's a huge connection to the YouTube live stream, of course, but I think because I've been using my TikTok, those 20 minutes-ish, as like a hook to get people over there. And so I think instead of seeing it on TikTok, I'm seeing it on my YouTube channel instead. So it's really interesting to me how this TikTok challenge has also affected my other social media accounts. I assumed that it would, but it's really interesting the way some methods are paying off for those other accounts and not on TikTok. So super interesting. I think I'm going to talk a little bit more about that at the end when I give my final thoughts and have more data, because I'm seeing a lot of that specifically with Instagram. I'm seeing a lot of my TikToks that get higher views and are more interesting on TikTok, and a lot of those don't get any views on Instagram, and then the vice versa. The TikToks that don't get a lot of views when I post them to Instagram blow up, like the one that blew up today. So really interesting things. Overall, I posted, I think, just about as many times, maybe a couple less overall than I have in the last 2 weeks. And I'm at a steady growth. So I have been gaining about 26 followers each week if we kind of average it out. So I'm pretty pleased. I'm growing at a good pace. And hopefully this last week, week 4, will go the same way. My plans for week 4 are not a whole lot different than the last few weeks. I'm going to try to continue what I've been doing in week 3, primarily, doing a pretty good mix of that. I'm going to try to be a little sillier and hop on some of those trends as I see them, because those are really like week by week, day by day for a lot of them. So I want to do more of that, and I want to see if I can post all 5 times per day this last week, just to see what happens. Consistency is key here, I'm finding. So we'll see how that goes. I will update you guys at the end of week 4. Hi, hello. It is the end of week 4 and the end of the TikTok challenge. So let's talk a little bit about how this last week went. So I was really busy this week. We were in classrooms a ton. I was in front of people doing lots of presentations. So I didn't have some of those small moments of downtime to post out some of my pre-recorded stuff. And I was so exhausted, and I had a late night event this week for work. So I didn't have the evenings to pre-record it all either. And so that means I did not post as often as I did the week before. So I'm sure that that contributed quite a bit to only having the 9 new followers. So for instance, on Monday, I posted 1 TikTok. Remember, the goal is to try and post 5 a day, or at a minimum of 3. So Monday I only posted 1. Tuesday I posted 4. Wednesday I posted 5. Thursday I posted 3. Friday I only posted once. Saturday I posted 4, and today I've only posted 3. I believe I'm only at 3. I had things planned for this afternoon also, but again, I was getting prepped for videos. We had to clean the house. We had dinner with my family, and so I've been running around more than I anticipated in the afternoon. So this last week was not nearly as as fruitful, you could say, as the last 3. Here's my statistics for this week, or a look at the followers gained. I only gained 9 for this week, which is quite a big dip, because before I was averaging about 24 new followers a week. And so 9 is quite a big dip, but I know that I was also not as consistent. So let's take a look at what the week actually looked like. When it comes to things that I have changed, I still did my TikTok live. This week's TikTok live was actually a bit more engaging than the last 4. So this week I actually got more comments, which is something I wasn't getting with the first few. Not only was I getting more comments, but I interacted with somebody on TikTok and we had a really good time. And that person then moved over to the YouTube live stream tonight. So that was super cool to get like a new friend, find a new connection, and have some things in common. That was amazing. That's what this whole thing's all about. That's what we should be using the internet for, right? Finding new friends and being nice and learning about other people, experiencing new things and learning new things about the world. That's what I like about the internet. And so that was really great. And so that was something new. As far as like the things I was posting on TikTok, I went back to trying to do a good mix of like the funny stuff, which seems to do well with my faces. I did a couple writing updates. Those did a little better this week than last week. And of course, I did some that looked more like ads for my books, and some of those did well also. The biggest difference I was seeing, because I was getting the same amount of views this week as the last week, actually some of my videos that weren't doing the types of videos I was doing that didn't do well last week did a whole lot better this week. So I think this week I just wasn't posting as often, and so I wasn't seeing the return in the number of followers. I think that's where the biggest difference was. This is the final week, so I don't have any strategy exactly to tell you guys moving forward, but I do have some final thoughts. So let's get into those here in a minute. So as for final thoughts, I think the biggest question is, would I do this again? And the answer is yes, to a degree. Another thing I plan on continuing is the TikTok lives. Those have been a blast, and that did boost a lot of my TikTok content, a lot of things in the algorithm that seem to help a ton. So I'm going to continue doing that, and I'm going to do it at the same time. So I'm going to use it as a hook for my weekly YouTube live streams on Sundays. If I have extra time, I may also go live at random on TikTok during the week, just because it's really fun to connect with people that way. I had a great time doing that. So that's something I also plan to continue moving forward. I do plan on continuing a lot of my strategy. I've learned a lot about what kind of content does really well for me, what kind of content does kind of well on book talk in general, and then the content that I just like to create. So I want to do a good mix of that. You have to have fun while you're doing it. That's the whole point of TikTok. It's supposed to be fun. So I don't want to turn it into this tool that I only use to get information out about my books. I want it to be a place where I can connect with readers and writers and talk about our projects and the things we enjoy, and be a little silly as I do it. So I do plan on incorporating some of those strategies that I learned. I think I'm going to continue posting daily, but I think what works best for me, in the sense of what I can be most consistent at, and I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference in the number of weekly followers, is that I think I'm going to lower back down to attempting 3 posts a day. That was super successful over the summer. When I first started focusing on TikTok a little bit, I challenged myself to post 3 times a day, and I ended up with 1,000 followers in a month. So that was hugely successful. Do I think it's because I was posting at certain times in the day and I was only posting 3 times a day? No, I think it's a lot of factors. Back then, I wasn't posting about my books quite as much because I only had the one. I was being really silly. I was trying out the trends. I think I was just open to being honest and not being afraid to look silly on the videos. And I think that's what people like to see, is the real side. And that's hugely valuable to me as someone that watches videos and TikToks and such. And so I want to be that kind of a person online also. So that's what I think made the biggest difference. Not so much what I was posting or when. So I'm kind of leaning back that direction. So moving forward, I'm going to focus on posting 3 times a day to TikTok. I think that is the sweet spot for me in the time that I have, balancing everything else on my plate. So that's where I am moving forward with TikTok. But that's pretty much it for the TikTok challenge. I had a blast. I gained 87 followers, which was huge. And I learned a whole lot about the platform. I also learned new video editing tricks and tips. That was a great time. And I definitely plan on doing more of these kinds of experiments with my social media and even maybe some marketing things here in the future. So be on the lookout for that. I plan on doing a bunch of different videos where I try things out. Hopefully it's helpful for you guys if you're writers, and just maybe interesting to see if you're not a writer. So be on the lookout for that super soon. But for this TikTok video, that is it. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching to the end of this. Make sure that you like and subscribe. I try to post bookish content twice a week. I go live on Sundays at 8:20. I do productivity sprints. So if you are also writing, come write with me. If you're cleaning your house, come clean your house as we write. Whatever you feel like doing on a Sunday evening, come and join us. And make sure you follow me on my social media because I'm getting ready to post super exciting content about my upcoming book, Shade of the Shadowlands. And that is pretty much it. So thanks for joining me. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.